everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My desk is a little bit messy right now, but I'm actually enjoying it. I just got back from a trip over Thanksgiving, and the whole month of November I feel like was so busy, and so I'm ready to get back into the craft room, but I kind of wanted to just take my time and kind of enjoy things a bit without having any deadlines or anything like that. So I've been wanting to get to work on my gratitude journal for December. I've talked about this in the past. This is a vintage greeting card. It's a trifold card that last year I had turned into a mini journal. And I actually have these kits in my Etsy shop. If you're interested in purchasing one, there are a few left. The only thing you need to do is just add your own paper and your own thread to sew in the paper. But I'll show you a example. This is the package here. So you get the card, and then there's a bunch of ephemera pieces and things that I put in that kind of will fit in the card. Some you may have to fold, but they all kind of color coordinate with the colors on the card. It's just kind of fun. And I have a separate video that I'll link below where I show you how I put my journal together, how I did the sewing, how I folded the pages. I have some suggestions on some good paper to use. The paper I used was this Kathy Holden Christmas Flea Market Finds paper. I really like this paper because unlike traditional scrapbook paper, it's a little thinner. So it's almost the thickness of copy paper. So it's thin, it's easy to fold, and it's easy to kind of stuff into the mini journal. And it just makes a really good kind of scenic background for the pages. And I'll show you how to fold these pages if you do choose to get this kind of paper. I'll show you how I folded my pages so you can see all the pretty designs on it, and it just looks really good in the journal. So, and I also have, since it's December 1st, I have my ring from V-Bell Jewelry. This is an Etsy shop that I purchased this ring from. It's actually a broken china ring. So what it is, I'm not sure how they do it, but they take vintage china and that's cracked or whatever, and then they take the pieces and put them into jewelry. So they have necklaces and rings, which I really like this ring. So I got this a couple years ago, and I really like it. And I always put it on during the Christmas season because it just makes me feel very festive. So I'll put a link to her shop below too if you want to take a look. I think there's actually a sale going on right now, so you can definitely take a look over there. But let me show you what I've been working on with the journal. So like I said, I'm trying to kind of keep it very easygoing. This is going to be a gratitude journal. So I wanted to start the month of December with every day at the end of the day, trying to just write at least one thing down that I'm grateful for. That's a practice I've always wanted to get into. And really, I wanted to practice it for December so that I can bring it into the new year and have that be kind of a regular thing that I do. I think it's always important to be, although I'm very grateful for everything. It's nice to kind of write those things down too, because I think it helps you be a little more mindful of sitting down, journaling, and kind of taking the time just to kind of think about the day and things like that. So that's a practice that I want to get into. So I was kind of just working on decorating my journal, and I am using some products from Taperology, which I've shown a couple of videos back. I'm using this is so cute, these vintage stickers that came in this little tin, and they're just kind of like old-fashioned images of Christmas time, and I thought they went really well with the images on the card here. And then I'm mixing these with some older Tim Holtz Ideology ephemera pieces. So I found these, actually I have a lot more over, but I'm trying to limit myself because that was another thing I wanted to do. I just wanted to sit and have fun with my papers, but not be overwhelmed with the amount of things that I was working with. So I just grabbed a few of these. These I got a couple years ago. I can see if they're still available. I know he kind of comes out with a new collection every year. But there's just some papers, which I'm not really using the papers because I already kind of have paper in here. But there were some little ephemera pieces that were in this paper pack. And then I also have some cards that I haven't opened these yet, but these might be fun to do, like a little flip out that I might do. I've been mainly working with, and I've gone through a lot, these kind of old-fashioned ephemera pieces, kind of tags, and kind of smaller things from Tim Holtz. And then I also have rub-on stickers from Taperology. These are some really pretty Christmas images here. So I have a few sheets of these. And then I also have from Taperology some clear stickers. And these again have kind of the old-fashioned design. I've been kind of incorporating these onto the pages too. So I've just been kind of experimenting. I've been kind of practicing my collage, my layering. I really like to take the time to do collage because I feel like it kind of helps me in my designs on my journals and making embellishments and things like that. So let me show you. Oh, and I also have this. This is a sticker book from Tim Holtz. It just has some fun word stickers in it that I thought I could kind of throw in. And then also has some cute little Christmas tags too. So these are kind of fun. So I will incorporate those as well. So I got started on this. I'll kind of show you how far I've gotten. And I clear the decks a little bit here. So this is just the front of the journal. So it opens on two sides. So I kind of start with the front here, and then it kind of flips over to the back because it's a trifold. So it kind of goes like an accordion kind of. So I'm going to start with the front here. And I just have, my pages are kind of these kind of narrow pages, and then they're thicker, narrow, thicker. And I started off with this. I kind of wanted, since it's going to be a gratitude journal for December, I wanted to kind of have a title. So I use, this is a sticker from Taperology. This is one of the clear stickers. I really like the candy cane here. And then I found a stamp that kind of pulls in the theme of the journal, that it's a gratitude journal. And I found this stamp that says, I'm grateful for. And let me find this. This is a super old stamp. I reach for these a lot. These are from the collaboration between Hero Arts and Basic Gray, and this was from 2013. So these are very old, but I like these stamp sets because they kind of had this sort of retro style to them, and there were quite a few. And this one was for Thanksgiving, and it has this I'm grateful for stamp on it. I couldn't find this anymore. It's not available, but I will link some other ideas for stamps that say grateful on them, just to kind of, I looked on, I think scrapbook.com has a, you can go into any stamping website and kind of just type in grateful, and you can find some journaling stamps that have that. So, but I'll put a link below there. But I thought this worked really well. And then I was kind of experimenting with some collage, and so I just pulled some of these Tim Holtz pieces and just did a little layering here. So I'm trying to kind of keep the design flowing. So I've got a little bit up here and then a little bit down here, and kind of lets the eye move. And I think I'll probably just number my pages depending on what I feel like writing. I might write more on one day and less on another. So I may just, I'm going to just number them as I write them rather than doing it ahead of time. And then I really like, these are the Kathy Holden pages, and they're nice because they have these really pretty images on them. And then they're blank on the other side. So the other side you can use for writing. And in my video that I'll link, I'll show you how to fold things so that you get all the blank pages on one side for the writing. And then here, I should probably use some tape on here. I wanted to try out, this is from Taperology, this really pretty tool that I received in my most recent package. And it just comes on this little spool here. And it's funny, it fits perfectly on this narrow part of the page. So I just added some washi tape, but I think the washi tape isn't that sticky. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of score tape just to secure it better. But I was trying to make kind of a little flip up with the little netting so I can write something underneath it and then have that underneath just as kind of like an overlay. And it's got some really pretty starbursts and moons and stars on it. And then I just did another little, this is kind of a mixture of the Tim Holtz and the Taperology stickers. I just did a little collage here. And then this is a vintage doily that I cut in half, and it actually, the half of it fits perfectly on this side. So I just glued it with some adhesive dots. Actually, I have this new adhesive that I've been really liking. And this time of year, you use a lot of doilies and things like that. And sometimes it's tedious to use liquid glue on doilies because you got to get every little hole and every little nook and cranny. Plus, the doilies are usually very thin, and sometimes the liquid glue can seep through the doily. But let me show you what I've been using for these types of things. This is called Artist Tack, and it's an acid-free adhesive. And basically, it's just a sheet of teeny tiny little circles. And all you do is you peel back the paper and the adhesive is underneath. And I don't know if you can see this in the video here, but it's a very like tiny little dots. And all you do is, and you can do this with thin die cuts too, but it works really well with doilies. You take your whatever piece that you want to put the adhesive on the back of it, and you press your doily down, and you really press it down onto here, and then you peel it up, and the little dots stick to the back of the doily, and so you have a complete adhesion on the back of the doily, and then you can just glue it down. And it's nice because it's a dry adhesive, and you don't have to take all the time to kind of get adhesive, in all the right spots on your doily or your thin die cuts. So this has been a great addition to my list of favorite things. So I use that for the doily, and it sticks really well too, so it stays. So I added that. Let's see what else. And then just some more stickers. I just used some washi tape to kind of decorate the side of the page. And then again, I'm going to be adding all my kind of grateful lists on these pages. And then these are some letters from Tim Holtz. I just wrote thankful, just as kind of a reminder that this is a gratitude journal, kind of towards the middle of the journal. And then I just added this little vintage style Christmas tag here. And then I thought this paper was so pretty. And then I made another little collage piece here. This is the middle of the signature. And actually, there are two signatures in this book because it's a trifold. So here's the one signature I did with red string, and then the other signature I did with green string. And I have the string I use too in my Amazon shop if you're interested in getting the colored string. But this was a mix of my Tim Holtz and the Taperology, just little stickers. I was just having fun, just kind of experimenting and kind of seeing what looked good. Just trying different layering techniques. This I created a little tab. So I have on one side, this is some Tim Holtz ephemera, and I used this little party tag on this side, but then I wanted to make sure it kind of looked completed on the other side, so I just added a sticker from Taperology on this side to kind of make it like a little tab that sort of coordinates with this paper here. And then I just did some more collage. I thought the poinsettia was really pretty, and I just added that with some tickets and some stamps. And I may go back. I like to, in any journal I make, I kind of go from one end to the other and add ephemera, and then I'll go back and add some more, or even take some away if I feel like it's too much. And then here I'm kind of continuing on here. I'm trying to think of what, so I have this sticker here. This is from Taperology. And then I have this tag from Tim Holtz. And I thought these colors looked really nice with this page here. So I'm just going to use I use a couple different types of adhesive, but I use, for my dry adhesive, I use this Tombow Mono tape roller here. And then I like it because it's very thin and clear and see-through, which doesn't matter much when you're using these types of cards, but sometimes if you're using vellum, this works really well with vellum. I used to make a vellum adhesive, and I haven't looked recently, but the one that I used to purchase, they didn't make anymore, and I really liked it because it was super thin, but this Tombow really does the trick. You really can't see anything there, but so again, it's kind of nice to have, you kind of want your eye to move along the pages. So I've got, something here, and then my eye moves down here. I don't know. I may add something else. I probably will go back and see if I want to add anything else to this page. But I kind of like how this coordinates with the holly leaves and then the color here. And then let's see what else. I love the little houses on the paper. They're so cozy looking. Oh, and this is another page. Sometimes I'll plan out my pages too. I'll kind of tuck things in with what I want to use so that I can remember, and then I can do it. So this one, I like this long strip, and I think I was going to put it to the corner, but then now that I have it kind of sitting here, I actually kind of like it with a little bit of white here. So I might just take it out from the edge a little bit, just for, I don't know, just to have that little white piece, just for something different. So I'm going to adhere this. Whoops. And I think I'm going to put it down a little bit lower. Pardon the water sounds if you hear them. I'm always doing laundry. And my craft room is in the basement, so you can hear all the water, any type of water that is moving around upstairs, you can hear it down here. So that's the one thing about having a craft room in the basement. You hear all the sounds, but sometimes it doesn't really get picked up on video that much, but other times it does. So I thought I'd just mention that. So I just wanted to straighten this out a little bit. Okay, all right, I like the way that looks. And then I really liked this wreath here, so I think I'm going to add this to the top of the next page. So I'll do this at the top here. And then I liked this little tag here. This is a sticker from Taperology, and it actually peels off, which is nice. You don't have to use any adhesive. So I'm going to kind of lay that just over the middle here, just to kind of overlap a bit. So I think that looks good. And let me see, what else? These little tags are kind of fun. Let's see. I don't really want to cover this up, but I guess it doesn't. You know, it's kind of, you're supposed to get you don't have to see everything. I don't know. I kind of like that, but I feel like it needs a little bit of green to kind of pull in the wreath from the other side. So let me see if I can find anything in here. I don't want anything that says the 25th yet because, oh, here we go. Oh, I like this coupon here. I might add this. I don't know, I kind of like that. I like the layering. It's fun to layer. So I'm just going to go with it. So you could take any, you don't necessarily have to use the kit that's in my shop. You could take any type of Christmas card that you get, maybe an extra pretty one that you get in the mail this season, and use that for your journal. It doesn't have to be a trifold. You can just add your own paper to just the inside of, you know, a regular card. And I just use a pamphlet stitch to stitch it, and it's very, very easy to do. And you can make an instant journal out of something like that. Take a if you have like a recipe booklet or something, you could do that. I'm actually working on a vintage recipe booklet journal for my Etsy shop, but I've started on it, but I'm going to hopefully get it done in the next week or so, and then I'll have that listed as well. Let's see. Actually, I think I'm going to do this because I don't want to cut too much or cover too much up. And then I think I'll do that. I'm keeping everything pretty flat in this journal, so there's not a lot of dimension, just because it's so small. It could get thick very easily, especially with just these little pieces. So I just wanted to kind of keep everything pretty flat. Let me see. I'm trying to find the perfect place for this. You kind of know it when you see it, and I think I might. Yeah, I think I'll put that there. I can always move it if I want to. So that looks good. Let's see what else. So that's the end of the back of that. And then I still have the whole back of this. So I'm probably just going to work on this off camera, but I kind of wanted to just show you what I've done so far, and just that this is just a nice, easy project, something that you can do to kind of get yourself into the Christmas spirit. And let me know if you have any questions. I still have a lot of Christmas ephemera packs in my shop, different types of mixed ephemera with different colors. I have some color packs of kind of a vintage style Christmas with pinks and blues and reds and greens together. So that's kind of the essence of pink Christmas, I guess you could call it. So those are always nice to add to your Christmas journals if you've already started one. So you can definitely take a look over there. And I'm going to keep working on this, and I will see you in my next video.